What if I told you a woman's past is written on her face right now? What if you could see it without asking a single question? Imagine sitting across from her. She's laughing, she's playful, and in that same moment, you already know if she's healed, hiding scars, or about to hand you the same heartbreak she gave the last man. Sounds impossible? In the next few minutes, I'll prove it. Most men ask, they dig, they interrogate, and what they get? The edited highlight reel, the story she's comfortable telling. But the truth isn't in the story, it's in the cracks, the silence, the slip-ups, the tiny moments she doesn't control. That's where her real past hides. And once you learn to see it, you'll never be fooled again. This isn't about playing detective. You don't need a magnifying glass or endless questions. You need awareness. Because people don't just talk about their past, they live it. It leaks into their habits, their tone, their choices. It's like an invisible tattoo written across their behavior. But are you sharp enough to read it? Look at how she handles attention, not just from you, but from the world. Does she glow when strangers look her way? Does she downplay compliments with calm confidence? Or does she light up like it's the first time she's ever felt seen? Ask yourself, is she grounded or is she addicted? Because women who were ignored, dismissed, or made invisible in the past often build their self-worth on how many eyes are on them now. And that's not vanity. That's survival. It shows up everywhere. The way she mentions who's in her DMs. The way she casually says, "Guys never leave me alone." The way she posts, not to share, but to be validated. Does she enjoy admiration? Or does she need it to feel whole? That one question reveals more about her past than any story she'll ever tell you. Because if her worth depends on constant attention, the moment you stop giving it, she'll look somewhere else. Not out of malice, but out of emotional addiction. Now ask yourself, is that a battle you want to fight every day? Notice I didn't say, watch how she dresses, or count her selfies. That's surface. The truth lives deeper. It's not what she does. It's why. So, why does she crave the spotlight? And what wound is she trying to heal with it? Next, pay attention to how she speaks about women around her, her friends, her co-workers, even strangers. Does she uplift, or does she cut down? If every woman she mentions is fake, dramatic, untrustworthy, what does that say about her? Here's the truth. When she attacks other women, she's projecting her own unresolved battles. It's not gossip, it's autobiography. A woman who constantly calls others too flirty may have been cheated on. One who rolls her eyes at female success might feel she's always behind in life. And when she says, "I just don't get along with women," that isn't independence. That's trauma disguised as toughness. Ask yourself, is she at peace with others? Because if she's not at peace with herself. So listen closely, not just to her words, but to the pattern. When every story is an attack, when every woman is competition, do you think that's coincidence? Or do you think it's a wound replaying itself again and again? If you really want to know a woman's past, don't just watch how she acts when things go right. Watch her when things go wrong. Conflict is the ultimate truth serum. Because people don't invent new reactions under pressure. They repeat the ones they've always used to survive. So when you forget to text back, when plans suddenly change, when she feels misunderstood, does she calmly communicate? Or does she lash out, blame, withdraw? A woman who was abandoned in the past often shuts down at the first sign of distance. A woman who was betrayed may go straight into attack mode, before you even explain. Ask yourself, is this reaction about me? Or is it about a ghost from her past still haunting her? Because when she fights, you're not just dealing with her, you're dealing with every man who hurt her before. Are you ready for that? When tension rises, does she freeze? Does she explode? Or does she lean in, steady, and talk it through? That's not random. That's memory in motion. And it tells you more than any confession ever will. You don't need to ask, so, when was your last relationship? Because she's already telling you, just not directly. Listen for the breadcrumbs, the casual we in her stories, the way she avoids timelines, the moments she skips over as if they never existed. When she says, I used to love that sushi place. We went there all the time. Who is we? When she says, after everything fell apart, I had to rebuild. What fell apart? Sometimes what she avoids mentioning is louder than what she shares. Ask yourself, why does she erase certain parts of her story? Is she hiding pain? Or is she hiding patterns she doesn't want you to notice? Most men listen to the content. Smart men listen to the gaps. What she doesn't say, what she skips over. That's the real map to her history. Are you sharp enough to hear the silence? One of the clearest signs of her past is how she talks about men as a whole. Not you, men in general. When she mentions her exes, co-workers, even celebrities, what's the tone? Is it playful, neutral, or bitter, sharp, almost rehearsed? When she jokes, ugh, men are the worst, does it feel light? Or is there a sting behind it? Because if that line comes up again and again, it's not a joke. It's a scar. Ask yourself, where did that belief come from? Because women don't wake up one day believing men are liars. They believe it because someone proved it to them. And here's the danger. You may treat her with loyalty, with care, but her past beliefs don't vanish overnight. They'll shadow your relationship. They'll shape the way she reacts when things get tough. So ask yourself, are you ready to carry the weight of every man who broke her trust? Or do you see the warning sign and protect your peace? So pay attention. Her jokes, her sarcasm, her casual comments about men, they aren't random. They're lessons carved into her by the past. And sooner or later, she'll hand those lessons to you. Will you take them, or will you walk away? If you want to know how she bonds with men, look at how she talks about her family, especially her father. Does her voice get warm when she mentions him? Or cold, distant, dismissive? Does she light up with childhood memories? Or does she roll her eyes and say, whatever? That whatever isn't casual. It's heavy. It's history. Because the father is often the blueprint. If she had to earn his love, she may now feel she must prove herself in every relationship. If his affection was unpredictable, one day warm, the next day cold, she may expect the same from you. Ask yourself, what emotional language did she grow up with? Because people rarely outgrow the emotional language they were raised in. And if she learned chaos, she may expect chaos. Listen carefully, not just to her stories, but to her tone. Does she soften when she says, my dad? Or does her jaw tighten? That tone is the echo of her past, and it will echo in your relationship too. Here's the truth. Her past isn't hiding in a diary. It's standing right in front of you, replaying itself in her every reaction, every silence, every guarded smile. She doesn't need to confess it. She doesn't need to explain it. She's already showing you. The real question is, are you paying attention? Or are you too distracted by her words to see her actions? Because men who ignore these signs, they get blindsided. They inherit baggage they never asked for. They fight battles that were never theirs. But the man who observes, he sees the truth before it hits him. He protects his peace, and he chooses wisely. So stop interrogating. Start observing. Stop asking. Start noticing. Because observation beats interrogation, always. Here's the final truth. The weak man asks questions he'll never get honest answers to. The strong man sees the answers without a word spoken. Which one are you going to be? Drop your answer in the comments. Tell me, which sign opened your eyes today? Because the men who share their insights become sharper, faster. And if you're ready to see what most men will never see, hit subscribe. In the next video, I'll reveal the 5 types of emotional baggage you can spot in the first 10 minutes of meeting a woman, and how to know if she's healed or hiding. You won't want to miss that. Until then, keep your eyes open, keep your standards high, and keep your peace protected.